these guys, they've been brainwashed that the women that they should be pursuing are the 9s, the 10s, the ones that have, fake tits or some kind of like artificial body part about them.
I think it comes also to the availability of seeing those women on social media, but not really seeing them in real life. And I remember I was talking to a close friend of mine that you know too, and his idea of what a hot girl is was way beyond what in my opinion, was like average in real life. Because dude, when you are following 353 hot models on your Instagram, and you open your Instagram and you see that on the daily, just like your brain doesn't know the difference between the reality of the world and the social media and the reality, the virtual reality that you are feeding it. So I think when guys have this idea that every girl that they go after should be this amazing, super beautiful model because they see that all the time, I think that's also a mistake. There's some guys out there who are delusional. There is no way that if you are not bringing to the table what's needed, that woman should give you attention. At the end of the day, man, like, I think we need to take responsibility. We see a lot of videos talking about women do this and women do that. And we started the video saying, oh, women manipulate men this way and that way. At the end of the day, it's your own damn fault. If you're getting manipulated, it's because you are letting someone else manipulate you. And if you're feeling that you're out of your league, it's because you are going after someone who is actually out of your league. So there are two ways to fix that, in my opinion. Either go and find a woman that is at your level who will do the things that you need her to do to be compatible in your life, or level up so then you can actually go after that high level women that you want and not feel like you're an unequal pair.
Right.
That's the only way I know how to fix it.
Right. I think leveling up to me is working on your physique. It's working on your mind. It's improving your quality of like food that you eat. It's everything, your fashion. It's a whole thing. Like with my company, The Grand Male, we focus on a whole variety of things for men to improve. It's not just like about sleeping with women. It's about like developing this grand male mentality so then you can see how seamless life becomes when you get over seeking validation, seeking approval, and people pleasing. And now you're in your masculine identity. And you mentioned the imposter syndrome, like where guys are just like, they're acting like imposters and they are concerned about, they're literally just trying to please the woman the whole time, which goes into the people pleasing category. And they're not really being authentic to them the whole time, right? So I think if men want to be able to date women more, they have to really put in the work. First of all, you have to take extreme ownership of your life.
100%. Yeah. That goes to dating, and that also goes to your job and like all the things that you want to do. If you don't take ownership of it, you're going to be whining and waiting for someone to come and save you the whole time, and just nobody's going to come and do that.
Exactly. So like think about it. You guys are, this is the issue like right now, like guys are taking ownership of their health, they're taking ownership of their job, they're taking ownership of all facets of their life. But when it comes to women, they put the blame on women. Like, why are you blaming women when everything else is extreme ownership? What makes women any different? Like we're talking about, women also have responsibility to be a good person to us too, right? Well, we should be cohesive, more cohesive as a society. Like here's a talking point I hear a lot often in my community is the modern woman is more damaged, is more broken than it was before. Like traditionally women have been throughout the course of time.
What do you think that is?
Feminism definitely has something to do with it. I believe that a lot of guys, you know what the thing is, when guys complain that modern women are broken, right? I see it as like men feeling powerless to be able to lead a woman. Because back then it was easier to lead women because women didn't have jobs, women didn't make a lot of money. So it was easier to say, hey, I'm gonna marry you. And the woman's like, well, I need some financial dependency. So yeah, I'll just marry you, right? But now that women have the internet, women have other sources of information. So they're able to explore more options. That's what guys are concerned about. Guys are like, oh my God, women have more options. I don't have any control now. Women should have options. Women should be able to be liberated and be in this modern society to see what is the best outcome for them. As men, we want the best outcome for ourselves too. Like I don't want to be dating, a woman that is, unattractive and out of shape. I want to date a woman that is my type, right? Ideally what I look for. But you know what it's led to also, Axel, is that that men are complaining so much about American women being so damaged through feminism, through the hookup culture, and how sexually promiscuous they are. Now what they're saying, and how non-submissive they are and not cooperative they are. So now what men are complaining about, there's this whole term called passport brothers. So what these guys do, passport bros is the nickname for it, but what guys do are now traveling overseas to, let's say, countries like Colombia, Mexico, to Dominican Republic, whatever, Ukraine, any of these countries internationally, because the women are more submissive, they're more feminine, they don't follow, let's say, the feminist paradigm. So a lot of guys are just doing that to as a scapegoat to get away from women, American women, because women are not cooperative and submissive.
Well, the moment if you're an American and you travel to one of those countries, your income just went up like 20x. So basically, what you're doing is like you're cheating the system, which must feel really nice. It's almost like all of a sudden you're a multimillionaire when you roll up into Colombia and you come in with $5,000. Like if you try to do that here in LA, it's gonna last you like 2 days. So that's interesting. I definitely saw a lot of that because I grew up in Cuba. So you have beautiful women who have very hard lives, and then you have a guy like a middle-aged white dude comes from Spain and he has money to spend, so he would get any women that he would want to get because he could provide for them. That is very sad, but I don't think that's a solution. Like long term, how is that going to be a solution for you? I promise you, bro, you go to Colombia, you marry a Colombian chick, you bring her to America, game over. Like, it's all going back to you have to hold your own. You're gonna have to level up at some point. There's no cheat codes. And I think when people talk about all of this red pill and all of that information, I don't know much about it. It does sound like this cult that if you join this cult and you get this information, then you're gonna manipulate women and be able to like sleep with whomever. At the end of the day, you have to level up and be like a high quality guy, and it's all in your hands. It doesn't matter how much pickup lines you learn. Like the end goal of this should be, I need to level up as a man so I can find the amazing woman that I want and be able to wow her, sweep her from her feet, and make her feel secure, loved, appreciated, and feel respect for me because I'm a badass. I think that's what everyone should frame their life around, instead of trying to find this shortcut of like, how do I trick women to have sex with me because I haven't been with anyone? Like tricking someone, why would you even want that?